Hey, what's up everyone? This is Okchief, and this is my 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Technodrome. Okay guys, and I'm back. Here is my 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Technodrome. Now, it's actually a villain's vehicle, obviously. I know I said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles before the Technodrome, but it's actually the villain's vehicle. It's Krang's fortress. It's his fortress. It's what he came over from Dimension X. He came over through the warp pipe, and he came in through, and he brought this big ass monstrosity. Now, when this thing came out, my brother was 7 years old, and he got this for his birthday, and with like 100 other figures. My brother got like a good, I don't know, 8 packages with like 2 figures taped back to back. It was insane. It was an awesome birthday. And one of the vehicles my brother got was this vehicle. So when he ripped open his present and the wrapping paper and we saw the Technodrome, we both jumped up for joy because we absolutely wanted this. And secretly I wanted it, but I was already old. By 1990, I was already like 11 years old and a little too old to play with these toys, but I still nonetheless played with my brother's toys. This was awesome. So let's go ahead and check out the outer layer. First before I go into this, I just want to say thank you so much to my awesome friend Arthur for actually giving this to me at Retropalooza Houston. He just showed up and he had a bunch of other presents for a bunch of other of my friends, but this one, he knew that I liked TMNT and he brought me the creme de la creme of TMNT pieces, aside from like some of the figures that are like ultra rare, but the vehicle wise, this is like my holy grail, if you will. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the review of this Technodrome. Now, right off the bat, you notice that this thing is spherical. It's in a nice round circle, kind of looks like the Death Star a little bit. It really has the appearance of the Death Star, minus the eyeball. Now, this eyeball looks like it's 420 all the time, and he's going to need some Visine action going on there. I never understood why this eyeball was up here. Like, it's just the oddest thing to put on top of a vehicle. I mean, you would think they would have periscopes or any other type of means to see outside of this machine. This eyeball gives it the appearance that the machine's alive, that the fortress is alive, because you don't see too many machines with eyeballs with red lines on them. That's pretty, red eyes. That's pretty crazy. Now, the outer shell itself has a bunch of stickers on here that I'm thinking they're turret holes. Like, I guess you're shooting from the inside out. And these little holes here protect the person shooting out. I'm guessing, I'm not sure, I can't really make out what it is. They're less like these little flame bursts of stickers. I don't know what that is. And then you have these little gun turrets sticking out, protruding throughout the vehicle itself. And on the inside, they actually have handles for you to grab onto them so that you can shoot them any which way you want. So they got 2 facing this way and they got 2 on the other side. And this ramp here, I didn't know for the longest time what the hell that was for. I looked for it everywhere, and this awesome fan of mine who saw the video where I showed where I got it from my Retropalooza Houston pickup said that it goes on the outside, and sure as hell, right underneath, that's where it goes. And it even shows it on the box. It has a little Bebop figure there where it shows you that he actually sits on this thing. So that's awesome. I finally figured out where that shit goes, which is pretty cool. And all around, if you notice here, all these little stickers right here, all that looks like slime. Like they just have slime all over the base of the Technodrome. And the base of the Technodrome is like built like a tank, and it rolls like on tracks. Look at that, that's pretty cool. It just rolls like a tank, and I think that's awesome. It's nice and sturdy. It rolls really level, and this thing is ginormous, guys. If you don't have the space to store this thing, I don't know what to tell you, because this thing requires a lot of space to store. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip this thing to the other side, so give me a second. Okay, so this is now flipped, and the other side has basically the same thing. It has a turret on this side. There's a turret facing the front of the Technodrome, and there's, like I showed you before, there was 2 other turrets on the other side, and I just faced the eyeball facing us because he looks creepy. I mean, creepy as all hell. Now this ramp here, I always thought this was the weirdest thing of them all. It was just so weird to have this ramp here. Now, when you open up the inside, when you open this up, it's actually on a like periscope type of deal. And if you press down on the periscope, this thing actually goes flying off. I want to show you, but then I don't want to retrieve the eyeball. Look, it's supposed to spin this way, look. like that. See, it actually felt pretty good. That was actually pretty good. I like that. That was awesome. That usually doesn't go that way. But if there's like a enemy on this side, if there's an enemy like sitting right there, I guess it could like bop them over or something. I don't know. But it's cool nonetheless that they thought of doing something with the eye, like jumping off a ramp. That was pretty cool. And we also have another turret here, but there's no... It looks exactly like the other side where you would have an enemy that would control this turret, but there's no landing for him. There's no way for him to sit on this, so there's pretty much SOL on this side. And I don't know who would be manning this turret back here, this laser gun. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Okay, now this is the front of the Technodrome. This is what it looks like when this thing is barreling towards you. It's pretty scary if you think about it. If you're the size of a real human and this thing is to actual scale and you see this monstrosity coming towards you, you would be scared too. Now this is what it looks like when the ramp opens and someone actually can sit here and shoot this turret gets to be shot by some. This is the seeing hole that you can see to shoot this turret from, and usually like in the cartoons or in the picture in the box, Bebop is sitting right here manning this gun right here, so that's pretty cool. And then there's a door here that I'm going to show you in more detail here. Okay, so if you manage to get to the front of this Technodrome, this is pretty much the only way you can get in. There's this ramp here that opens out forward, and then this door that looks like a safe. There's even an actual knob that looks like a dial for a safe, and there's the Foot Clan emblem here, and I'm telling you, it's like you're supposed to turn it, and then if you get the right combination, the door will open to your doom. And it leads literally right into a jail cell, so you actually don't want to come in through here, and that actually sticks. See, like if you just drop it, it'll drop, but if you click it up like this, you hear that? It'll stay. It'll stay, so that's pretty cool. If you look, there's a sewer. There's actual sewer system sticker, or there's a sewer sticker there where it drains down, which is pretty ironic since the turtles live in a sewer. So that sticker I thought was pretty cool. And right here in the front here, there's a little sticker that says "Wipe your feet." Like really? Really? Wipe your feet? Really? Okay, so now if you flip the Technodrome to the reverse side, you have this door here that actually fits inside the playset, the actual playset, the 1990 TMNT playset. If you push it down, you will see that it enters also again into the jail cell, but it connects. This circle right here actually connects perfectly into the sewer set, which I thought was pretty cool, that you can combine these vehicles, and it's awesome. I love that. I love the fact that you can combine these vehicles. It's kind of weird that the TMNT set would go right into a jail cell for the Technodrome, but hey, it was the 80s and it was a crazy time, guys. Okay guys, here's what it looks like when you finally decide to pop open your Technodrome, and this is what it looks like inside to be fully 100% complete. It looks absolutely amazing. Now we will do each side, we'll give each side its own time in the spotlight here, but for right now I just wanted to show you what it looks like opened up. And oh my god, it looks so awesome. Now, like I told you before, you can have, like on the other side too, you can have another person sitting on this side and shooting from the turret, this turret out. They can shoot that turret. I forgot to actually put that on there. This is actually a torture device for the turtles, and it actually spins. You put a turtle on here and you strap him down on this side and on this side with a rubber band, and you're supposed to spin him, and it spins him dizzy. Horrible torture. Horrible torture. But yeah, let's go ahead and give each side a more detailed time in the spotlight, so we can show you everything without missing a beat. And I just want to point out that these foot pedestals are there for support, and they have to be there for support because these little hinges here would break if those foot supports weren't there. Now I love the fact that they could have just made a normal foot pedestal or normal pedestal with a base, a normal circular base, but I love the touch that they put a foot. They made it in the shape of a foot, and I think that is awesome. Great attention to detail. I love the 80s and their toys. They were so cool. Now let me go ahead and start on this side first, so give me a second. Okay, so on the right side of the Technodrome, we have Krang Station. and he has his little pedestal here where he has a little hole at the bottom, and you could just stick him on that pedestal there, and he can check out what's going on that screen there, and he controls pretty much the ship from this spot right here. Now they added a little trap door here. I guess if you stand on there, you go sliding down. I think. I'm not sure on that 100%. But what else? What other reason would that be? Or unless it's like a teleport station, I don't know. I just figured it would be, you know. And then you have the huge screen back there to show him what exactly is all going on outside of the Technodrome, which I think is really cool. And that I see right there is Rocksteady's face, but that vehicle looks like the Neutrinos vehicle, but it's actually not. It looks like the Foot Cruiser. So it's Krang checking up on Rocksteady cruising around in the Foot Cruiser, which I think is really cool. And then there's a screen off to the side here with Leonardo's face, which he's keeping tabs on Leonardo. And then down here we have the ammo supply station. Now you have spots here for your ammo. I put a little weapon there to show you. You can also put one in here, and I put a gun right here to show you that you can mount them there. And there's also racks back here where you can hang stuff off of, but I'm not too sure of all the weapons you can use to hang stuff off of that, because all the weapons are pretty big, pretty much like this gun here. Like, how am I supposed to hang that gun off of the rack in the back, since there's really no room back there to be hanging off of stuff, you know? It's really crazy. And then here are the turrets I told you about on the other side. They have like these little gun handles. See? There's these little handles here that look like shotgun handles, and you can turn the turrets and shoot them on both sides. One's down here and then one's up here, and the same goes for the other side, which, like I said, anyone can man them. They look pretty easy to man. And that's this side for the Technodrome. And obviously you can see off on the side here, this is that little thing I told you about, like the periscope thing I told you about, that the eye falls off of. If you push down on this, if you push down on this, the eye, I'm going to release the eye because it will fall. But if you see how it presses down, if you press down on that, the eye goes flying down this ramp like I showed you earlier, which I think is really cool. And here is where, on this little station here, is where someone can sit. I got a figure here, which is Raphael, and I lost one of Raph's size. It's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I don't want him to go without, I don't want people thinking he's not complete, but he is complete. Shit just fell. So we're going to try and manipulate his legs to fit in 1980s vehicles, because that shit is hard. So there, see, you can man the turret here that's in the front, and this right here is his eye hole where he can see, or vice versa on the other side. And you know what's ironic is I put Raph in here, and Raph's face is on the screen that Bebop has his eyes set on him. So yeah, here goes the other side where he controls this turret. So I guess you can have Bebop on this side and Rocksteady on this side. But oh, that's not all, my friends. Oh no, that is not all to this. We have, if you're here just checking out the periscope and you're not supposed to be up here, guess what? You're supposed to fall down there if you weren't an 80s figure. But if you were just a little bit skinnier, you would fall through into the jail and you'd be stuck in jail here. Now you can, obviously these cell doors open and close, and I think that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and let Ralph out because he doesn't deserve to be in jail right now. So we're going to open it up and check it out. He can easily walk out of the jail. And I think this is so cool. Oh my god, he's free. And he can go at any time. But this trap door here, it's really cool, man. I think that in a day and age where it was hard to come up with ideas for toys, you know? It's like, God, what do we do new? What can we do new? And they come out with these play sets. And it was a lot of fun, man, for kids back in the day. And see, that shit's nice and easy, just set up for the next guy. And like I said, if he was to stand here, there's no way he could fall through that floor. There's just no way he doesn't fit through that door at all. So yeah, that's a great look at this side in detail. Oh my god, I've had so much fun reviewing this side. This is a really cool side. But the other side is just as cool, so give me a second. Okay guys, now we have Shredder's side of the Technodrome. And in here can sit Shredder, where he has tabs on Leonardo. Now I'm going to go ahead and retrofit Raph to sit in there. So there he sits perfectly good. And that's how he wouldn't shoot his brother, but that's how Shredder would look if I had a Shredder. I actually don't have a loose Shredder. I have him in box, but I don't have him loose. And that's where he would go had I had one. So that's his station there. Has a nice little cockpit, nice little comfy blue chair, and he's got it made, man. He's got it made. He didn't even have to come up with money for this. This is Krang stuff. So I'm glad he set it to where it was comfortable enough for humans to take over instead of having just sitting on a pole, which is really painful. Not from experience. I don't know from experience, trust me. But from what I hear, So let's move ahead down to the bottom, second floor. This is a torture chamber, my friends. So don't let this fool you. I'm sure it's all fun and games, but when it comes down to torture and some... Man, he's so freaking big, he doesn't even fit down here, man. Well, this thing is supposed to be over his face. He's supposed to see so big. Oh my God, can I fit him even lower? There we go. So this thing goes over his face, right? And then down in this hole, you're supposed to put the ooze, and it's supposed to cover him up, and it's supposed to kill him, in theory, or turn him back into a normal little turtle, but that's not what happens. And I'm surprised they went as far as going to get a nice little comfy bed for them. You know, I'm surprised they did that. I'm surprised they went as far as to get something comfy for them to get tortured in, which is pretty crazy, my friend, just pretty crazy. Now on this side, like on the other side, is the doors for the jail, and I showed you already earlier that this props down. If you're not supposed to be there, this sends you to jail. And this little torture device where you strap in, it's not going to work so good because, I mean, the spring is really old. But let's see, let's flip him downwards. That's not, the weight of him just doesn't, it won't. It's just, he's too heavy for this right now. In the 80s, that would have been perfect. But we're not in the 80s. We're in 2017, my friends. So it's understandable that this thing doesn't work as it once did off the factory floor. So up here, we have a nice, oh, there goes that. We have a nice little station where you're supposed to prop them up. And this thing always comes off, but that's understandable. And it's like a nice little station here for hanging them up. I wouldn't do it because this guy's pretty heavy. But there's two sets of handcuffs here. And one set is for the feet, I'm guessing. And then you can set the other handcuffs to like the doors over here somewhere. And you can hang them up by the hands or something. And this little pedestal here is some kind of control center because Leonardo's face is on here. Damn, they really want Leo, man. Leo's like their #1 go-to guy for this. They want his ass bad. Now, hopefully this thing won't fall. Yeah, there we go. That's where you would man somebody evil to heckle someone that's dangling from these handcuffs. So, yeah, there you have it, guys. A complete full review of my 1990 Technodrome, thanks to my awesome friend Arthur. Love you, buddy. This is too cool. It couldn't have been done without you, my friend. This is awesome, man. Honestly, I have the best fans in the world. And I hope you guys liked this review. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. And hopefully we'll get some more vehicles out for you guys so that you can see my full reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Okchief. Peace out, y'all.
It's Turtle's zaniest video bloopers. First, here's Leonardo in his wind-up Jolly Turtle tugboat with paddle wheel and pirate cannon. He's making quite a splash. Next, check out Rocksteady in his pogo copter with pilot's cockpit and power propeller. No wonder they call them choppers. Finally, there's Raph in his sewer speedboat. Looks like he's converting to